Hi, everybody. It's Julie Beem, the Executive Director of the Attachment and Trauma Network, and I've got a couple of my colleagues here with me today. We want to take a minute or two to talk to you about this crazy holiday time coming up. It's different from any other holiday time we have ever experienced, but yet there are ways that we can make it one of the best holidays ever. We can figure out how to make the connectedness, the relationship, the centerpiece of our holidays. So today I have with me two of my favorite people. Lorraine Schneider. She is our president of our board at ATN and also directs special initiatives for us. And Stephanie Garde, who is our operations manager. And those titles have no bearing on why they're in the room right now. They're in the room because I know that they're two very experienced moms who take relationship very seriously, and they'll have some great tips for you about the holidays. So let's start with you, Stephanie. Talk to us a little bit about maybe what you're doing holiday-wise, or how you think you're helping build that connection and keep that connection strong in our quarantine time here.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Julie. Hi, everyone. My name's Stephanie, and our family has made the decision to not get together this year, and we're very comfortable with that. One of the things that's been so important to us throughout this whole thing is to not get stuck in the fact that we're not seeing each other. So we're trying to find other tools to see each other. One of the things that we've decided to do probably is open gifts using a Zoom or a streaming type of service. I think we're going to end up using Zoom. So we're going to open our Christmas gifts together. It may not be on exactly Christmas Day. My brother and I do Thanksgiving and Christmas together every year. And since we're not doing that, we are still going to meet up the weekend of Thanksgiving, and we're going to be doing online games probably. My brother suggested getting an old Trivial Pursuit game and just reading the cards off of them. I suggested that there are some other things out there, online gaming services that are available, things like Jackbox. And we're going to do something like that. We've also talked about with the adults having some kind of happy hour where we can just sit together on a Zoom type of feed and connect. I mean, that's really the big thing. The last thing that I think is being overlooked a little bit still, but I think people are going to take advantage of is mailing things again. Christmas cards, holiday cards. My sister-in-law just emailed my niece's school pictures that she usually gives to me every Thanksgiving. And it was such a delight to get the mail today and see their school pictures. So things like sending notes in the mail, things like that. Those are the types of things that we're going to try this year, Julie.
Great. Thank you. Those are great suggestions. Lorraine, she's not leaving much for you, but what you got, girl?
Well, thank you, Stephanie. Those were some of the ideas that I had as Julie was asking these questions. For Thanksgiving this year, my family, we are getting together with the immediate family. But in Christmas, we don't know what's going to be happening around Christmas time. But one thing we've learned through this whole pandemic is by using Zoom and other platforms, we can even get together virtually with our extended families out of state. We had talked about having different kinds of parties. We could join each other's Thanksgiving dinner through Zoom. We had kind of batted around the idea of having an ugly Christmas sweater party, possibly with the family.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. My sister-in-law comes up with silly T-shirts and sends them out to all of the family. And in past years, we've always taken pictures of ourselves wearing them, and we've posted them on Facebook. But this year, we could all get together via Zoom and have a funny T-shirt wearing party, something like that. We had talked about sending Christmas gifts ahead of time, wrapped up, and then we can all get together virtually and open our gifts. So it's like we're right there enjoying each other.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we learned that it works. That actually works. And I think that we will probably continue some of those traditions in the future, even once we are able to be physically together. For family that's out of state and hard to get with, we can still do that.
I think that's one of the blessings of this whole thing. In the middle of all of the trials that 2020 has brought us, the use of technology to connect with each other is really important. I mean, we know at ATN, because the three of us, this is how we connect in our workspace. But we're also connecting socially more in this space than maybe we would have, because we don't have the opportunity to travel for work. So connecting with your family that's across the country, you might not even think to do that on Thanksgiving, because it would be impossible for them to travel to you, or for Christmas, or for whatever holiday. The other thing that you said definitely, Lorraine, and I think that Stephanie said too, is centers around the idea of humor. That humor is so important, and being playful is so important. That whole funny sweater, or whatever whatever your family finds funny. Do funny things together in a long distance way, because we know that laughter is really healthy, right?
Yes, and keeping that positive perspective is so important. We're doing a good thing. By doing what we're doing a good thing, and we're doing it because we love our family and we love the people around us.
Mm-hmm.
And using the humor and having a good time is a bonus for us while we're doing this.
Yeah, I agree very much. It just feels better to laugh, and who better to laugh with than the people you know the best and you love, right?
Right.
So the other thing that I think is really important, and because I was talking to someone else about another topic today, and they pointed out that in this hard year, just acknowledging that it's different this year, that it's not going to be the same, that Christmas isn't going to have, three trips, one to grandma's house, one to Aunt Susie's house, one to your cousin's house, boom, boom, boom. Instead, you're going to find ways to pull people in virtually, or pull them, or send gifts, and do little door. One of the things we might do is drop some things off at some friend's house, baked goods or whatever, ring the doorbell and run, right? Where normally we would have seen them and actually given them that gift. But we're going to do it anonymously because that's more fun, right? Let them figure out who sent that. But all of that is different. So the acknowledging of that helps you sort of get your expectations in line, right?
Yes.
And different isn't bad.
Different isn't bad.
It's different.
So you've got more time to read a book on Christmas Day than you've ever had before, right? Maybe. Or play a game, or do a puzzle, or and if those are things you've done so much in this quarantine you can't stand anymore, then get creative. I did a spa day recently for a friend's birthday. So plan something with your friends. Think of who isn't being thought of. Maybe they're single or recently singled in some way. Maybe they're far away from any of their friends or family, and see if you can plan some virtual something, right? I mean,
yeah,
you can get pretty creative.
You can.
Yeah. So have either one of you done watch parties with your family? Like where you've watched the same thing at the same time?
We have not.
No, we haven't either. We watch them around the same time as each other, but we haven't done the watch party yet.
Yeah, we watched some series and then we talk about them, but we haven't watched them together.
Well, we watched Hamilton together this summer when it came out.
Right.
We actually streamed it, kind of did a ready, set, go, streamed it. Then of course you have to mute each other, but we could chat each other as it was rolling. And then when there was an intermission, we stopped and talked, and we're able to.
It's a great idea, especially with some of the movies that are coming out, or if you're watching a series. Yeah, that's big for us. Is if we're watching a series, what episode are you on, and going back and forth.
Right. But I like the old tech, the low tech too, Stephanie, and that whole, writing letters. Why not write letters?
Yes.
Why not have your kids write letters? I mean, what grandma doesn't want handwriting from their first and second grade grandchildren? I mean, serious. Yeah. I know I put anything my grandbabies make for me on the fridge, right? So if you send me a letter, whoo.
Yes, I might actually get to Christmas cards this year. We shall see. But just getting those pictures in the mail today with it was a little handwritten note. Mm-hmm. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I wonder if Christmas card mailings will increase this year.
They should.
Interesting. I bet they should.
They should.
Well, thank you, ladies. Those were great suggestions for any and all families. Those of us who are parenting children who've got a lot of anxiety because of their early childhood adversities and traumas. A scaled back holiday might be exactly what the doctor ordered, right? I mean, every year we talk to families about the importance of less is more so that our children don't get overwhelmed. Well, here we're kind of in a situation where less is all there's going to be
required.
You know,
it's going to be.
We don't
keep it simple.
16 things on the calendar coming up to Christmas, right? So we can do all of those things that we used to dream we were doing when we felt overwhelmed. You know, we can make hot cocoa and sit next to the fire, and we can, we can read the Christmas Carol, and we can do all of those tradition things.
Yeah.
That, crafts. I mean, you see all of these crafts that you're thinking, oh gosh, I wish my family could do those or make cookies or whatever. Well, this is the year.
This is it.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.